Traders, welcome back to another Relentless recap. This one will be short and sweet, so be sure to hit that thumbs up button if you've been enjoying the content, right? Enjoying the live streams, the recaps, and everything else. Be sure to hit the thumbs up, subscribe, and also turn on notifications. Guys, what a slow day in the markets today. What a slow day, man. Let's take a look at our watch list stocks, right? Today on our watch list we had AMPX. All right, let's type this in, AMPX. Look at this stock. This was a watch list stock. Isn't that crazy? All right. Next we have MVST. Look at this. Terrible, right? In terms of liquidity and aggression and action. And last but not least, HOOK. Wow, what a day. What a day, man. What a day. Now, the market is the market, and that also means that no matter how slow it is on any given day, there will always be opportunity. And so we did find some opportunities. Let's look at the stocks that we traded. Let's go from top to bottom. CABA, this one was towards the close, just down $1.40. Saw it up here and was watching for potential break of 2, but despite volume getting in, the bids were just right back down over and over again. Wasn't able to get anything going on it. Was down 14 bucks, ended up going short because I felt like there was a lot of selling pressure coming in up here. Ended up going short, but didn't really see too much. Ended up making back 13 bucks over 2 trades. That was about it. In at 99, out at 97 for that short trade. And then this one right here, where it looks like it might have been flat. Yeah, that one was flat. But anyhow, moving on. Not much to go over there. FNHC, cheaper stock. This one was in play a few days ago. If we look at the daily chart, it sold off, coming back below the 200 EMA. Today, I'm guessing it was a short squeeze. We started curling up. I hesitated on one of my first entries. It would have given me 4 cents, 76 entry. And it ended up going to 82. I think I could have been out at least at 80, 81. But anywhere from, I would say 2,500 to 5,000, because I had 2,500 starter size. But I'm not sure if I would have added aggressively, because I felt like it was a little bit, high up at the time. But anyhow, it broke over sellers and we kept going, and it did sting. So I bought the first pullback here above VWAP. And got in with a starter, added into it a little bit more aggressively. So I'm in at 76, added at 79 for break of 80. Break of 80 doesn't really come, and so I sold the bulk of the position up here. Shortly after we sold off, almost right after I sold. So this was kind of close. We could have been out of there for a, let's say, $50 loss if we hadn't sold where we did it. So that was good. Moving on, HOOK. We're down 30 bucks. This one for me had the most potential of the day. Now this is a watch list stock, slightly higher float. It's up, it's going sideways. Low of the pullback 166, pivot at 184, and hive day pre-market highs at $2. So I'm watching at it at the low of day levels here, and I'm like, you know what? It might be worth an entry. So initially we had a low of 68. It curls up, right? We open it 68, it curls up, so it pulls back right here 66, and I'm like, you know what, 66 and 68 is not that far off in proximity. I want to buy this dip, and I had the right mindset of going in there with smaller, not smaller size, early rather, and holding longer. But ultimately, it didn't go as far as I would like, right? It did not go as far as I would have liked. So I'm in at 69. And you can see I'm already in a little higher than I needed to be in, right? I'm in at 69. One of the bad things I did for this ad, I could have had this ad at 68, because I believe the price came down slightly and then started moving higher. I hesitated, didn't take it right away. And, but besides that, it was a pretty decent entry, still everything considered, right? All things considered, still a decent entry. The goal is, hey, can we get up to 184? To be honest, that is the goal right here. It is a higher float, so I wanted to hold longer. Now, why did I sell soon? Because we did end up curling. We had a low of 66, and we curled up to a high of 75. Why did I end up selling? Well, this stock, the level 2, man, I'm in and it hit 71. I'm already thinking, yes, here we go. It's going to be a great trade. I was actually upset with myself that I did not take 9 to 12,000 shares because, it's a good entry. But it hit 71, and then immediately the bids come back down to 70, and then there's now 60,000 shares. 3 orders of 20,000 shares sitting there. I'm like, oh, we are a cheap stock. Yes, the float is kind of higher. I think I needed to put that into more consideration. And so ultimately, when we're pushing on our 5-minute candle, 3.1 million shares, 60,000 shares is not that much. If we look at our 1-minute candles, we're pushing 900, 800,000, 500,000, 400,000. So in the grand scheme of the entire 1-minute candlestick, I sold the trade prematurely and got out flat. So we missed out on, I would say, 4 cents. It didn't even go up to where it should have went, in my opinion. 75 was the highest. 76 was high of day. So that would have been the first target. Hey, can I be in the stock at 69, 68, maybe 70, the higher side, and 76 the first target? Can I be selling the position, the bulk of it, if I can, or at least half of it, at 84 at the next line in the sand, the next gap? We only get back to 76 eventually, and that was it. So, disappointing, man. Disappointing. Could have been much, much better. QNGY. This one here, we're green 46 bucks. We were green about 84. We gave back half, but nothing special. Slow and steady. We're in here. We tried to buy a dip over here. That didn't work. This one was called out on the YouTube stream. Also, let's make sure to pull this in range so we can have, a context. Yeah. This one's called out on stream. The slightest hesitation here. For me, volume is light, right? So the slightest hesitation comes in at these bids, and I noticed it, but I didn't take the position. So you have to be confident about this to buy in here at 72, 73. If you did, this green candle here does come along. It rips to 95. And this is worth watching on the stream. Let me pull this up. Let's see. This one is worth watching on stream. Video. Time 10:25. Let's jump ahead. 10:15, another 10 minutes. 10:25. So here we go, right? This is where let's go back to where I switched over to it actually. Look at the subtlety in the level 2. Right here, right? Let's watch it from here. Look at the bids. I believe there's going to be another buyer that comes into play. I was considering taking the starter rather, which is why I went down to 500 shares. You see that? Right? Look at this. 2,500. Someone comes in of 5,400. That's what I saw. Small subtlety. And from there, watch it how it reacts. One buyer, small buyer comes in, and that's where I should have already bought 500 shares, and then be willing to add if green starts to come. Can we see green over 75? There's the ad. Boom. Once that green right there comes, that's the ad. All right, now watch this. Watch this. Can we go? Can we take off? What's it gonna be? 80. Somebody else is buying. 81. Can we see more? More. At this point, I felt like it was chasing. Because I felt like 72 to 76 was the entry. I don't want to buy up here in this slower market. So it was a slow move, but if you're in and you read it right, it's a nice 15-cent move. 85. It's not showing signs of slowing down just yet. I think I probably would have been out right there though. 85. Look at those buyers at 89, 94. Right here I thought this thing might open up to 210, 215. The way how it was moving. But I was patient and I waited for a pullback. So watch this. There's going to be a big seller that comes up here. 10,000 shares, buyers just coming in. In hot markets, in a hot market, right? In a hot market, we had a high of 95. Once this dipped to 88 right here, I'm surprised I didn't take it, but it's under the context of what we're seeing now. Watch this, right? 88. 88, 88, 88. Look at that. 9,000 shares to buy. Usually, when I see that, I would buy. You know, that's not a big buyer by any means. But it's, you know, once again, a small subtlety. But not for this type of market, man. I'm just, you know, a little cautious there. Maybe a little too cautious. Right? And now look at this. 10,500 shares at 87. So now we're seeing people who are willing to buy this thing up. You know, more buyers coming in. 2, 4, 6 more, 6,000 shares more coming in at 91. And someone is adding there up to 4,600 now. There's some sellers. Someone's, you know, selling a little bit. A few people maybe. Watch this. Boom. 33,000 shares to sell at 90. This is the first drop. Watch how they're gonna. Watch how this person is gonna walk down the ladder because they're trying to get filled. They're walking down the level 2. They're walking down the ask price. They cancel. You see, it's gone. They cancel. Watch this. They're going to put it back. 86 on the ask. 85. 85. And they're going to put it back. 83, 82. Here it comes. There's some green. There it is. This person is back. You know, and my guess is that they thought volume was going to get back into the stock right here. So they're trying to get filled. And they do get filled. So whoever it was, you know, and I'm guessing this was a very strategic move. These shares are going to get filled. 7,000. Somebody's buying 7,000 shares here, you know. So here we go. It's updating. 21, 20. I'm going to buy a little late, 9,000. And then it, boom, rips through. I should have bought. Usually, you know, it's because I'm being so cautious. But usually once that comes down to 20,000 on this first drop right here, I'm buying. In any hot market, I'm buying immediately because the wind is to our back. Stocks are pushing higher. We're breaking sellers. You know, in this slower market, it's like, okay, I kind of got to make sure we're going to actually break this thing, man. So I'm buying a little on the slower side. You can see my order goes through as we break. Right, we've broken it already. Now my order is going through. So I'm in at 84, 83, 87. Yeah, 84 entry basically. And it rips. I wanted to see a new high right here. So I'm giving it a chance because that's what it's telling me. We broke that big seller. Let's get a new high. I took profits off right here just to lock something up. There's my 85 bucks. And now I go to 1,500 shares because I'm thinking, okay, here we go to 210, 215. Well, watch this. And I think it would have happened. So the first seller had a very negative reaction, right? Imagine when we first made a move up. This is the subtlety of the level 2, right? When we first made a move up, you can argue that that buyer of 5,000 shares that came impacted the stock in a positive way. Now it's times 5, right? Now there's a 25,000 share seller. So we just had 30,000, now 25,000. This is basically 30,000 if you ask me. So how is this big seller going to now impact this stock? I would say in a negative way, right? Let's see how it's going to go. 24, 23. These shares are getting bought up. 19. Right? 19, 18. So the issue with a seller like that is that instead of these shares getting filled at 95, 96, 97, $2 and making us get a new high of day, it's like all of the buyers, if you look at the bulls versus bears, right? All of the bulls were punching at the stock to go high. But it's like the bears are just observing the punch, and instead of making the new highs and hitting scans, having more bulls seeing it and jumping on, breaking the whole dollar, people adding and using more size, it's just being observed. All the buying is being observed. And then before you know it, there's no reaction when we should have had a reaction. So by this time, we should have already been at $2. So we're now hitting high of day again at 94, 95. It's like, okay, I'm selling. Right here, I'm waiting. I'm waiting for just more green. And look at this. Again. You know, the volume on this stock is not high. How much more of this can we really take? And I think the buyers here are not going to like it. I think the people who just bought up those shares are not liking this. So now you have double trouble. You know, and you can see the red. People are hitting the bid. It's going to come down. 80, 78, 77, 74, 70, 67, 65. I should have bought the dip right here. 70. Oh, well, looks like I did. 69. And I think it did go lower. Yeah, chopped. Yeah, that's a good. I like that trade. I got chopped out, right? So I gave back half. Let's watch that again. It lingered long enough, I think, for the entry, but I got chopped out, I'd say. That's how I'd sum it up. 70, 67, 65, 67, 67. Took it. Can we see 75? No. So I'm out for a loss. But it holds 64 and then curls back to like 75, I believe, over time. Oh, maybe not. Or maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe I'm mistaken. Yeah, okay. Maybe it didn't. Yeah, but that was the day, guys. How long did that take? 15 minutes. Jeez. Every time I say it's going to be short and sweet, it takes forever, you know? But yeah, guys. That was the day, man. Slow day. We didn't see much. SOBR hitting the Momo scans right now. We can take a look at this one. SOBR. Alright, let's see what's going on. And we'll shut it down. Oh, we'll keep this one on watch for tomorrow. 365 was the big level. So in pre-market, I'll probably come early and trade this. More than likely, I would say like 6 out of 10, 60% chance. This is probably going to be in play tomorrow morning pre-market. So I think I'll come early. I'll probably start the stream at 8 a.m. just so I can watch and try and trade this, guys. It's been Relentless Trader. If you did enjoy, be sure to, as I mentioned, hit the thumbs up, subscribe, turn on notifications, check out the links down below. Check out the links for Mometic, right? Momo Pro, that's the scanner I'm using. Be sure to check it out, guys. It's been Relentless Trader. And I am, of course, signing out.